Yo, what's going on guys, Arekkz here, welcome back to another Destiny video, and in today's video we are talking about this. This is a Destiny promotional image that turned up last night on Kotaku, Reddit and NeoGAF, and served to give us a name and a pretty cool image for the upcoming DLC that'll be dropping in September, Rise of Iron. Now of course, as is always the way, things like this should be initially taken with a massive pinch of salt, because when it first showed up, it's entirely possible that this was just created by a super talented artist, because it's certainly not the first time that we've seen something like that happen. However, after this went live, Kotaku put up a post which not only confirmed the validity of this image, but also went on to shed a few more details. And again, we know from the past that Kotaku have been pretty spot on when commenting on rumours surrounding Destiny. So, if you guys do enjoy this video, and you're hyped to finally get some very early details for the upcoming DLC, then don't forget to drop a like, and more importantly, let me know what you think down below. Now to begin with, let's talk about what we know, and then we'll move over and put our speculation hats on and talk about what can be inferred from this image. So the expansion is called Rise of Iron, and the image is actually leaked marketing material ahead of E3 next month. Two sources familiar with Bungie confirmed the authenticity of the poster to Kotaku last night, and while yes, that confirmation is of course behind the scenes, and you're therefore welcome to take this with a massive pinch of salt, as mentioned, Kotaku do have a pretty good track record with commenting on rumour. Supposedly, Rise of Iron will feature a new raid, and will be larger than the two Year 1 DLC packs, i.e. the Dark Below and the House of Wolves, which is of course something they strive for and succeeded with in the Taken King. Kotaku also said that it's not clear how this expansion is related to Destiny's regular Iron Banner PvP event, but the cover does appear to feature Lord Saladin wielding a flaming battle axe and wearing a pretty cool cape. However, as I'll discuss momentarily, this could also be someone else entirely. On top of that, during the early hours of the morning, Kotaku originally reported that the raid will centre around a Fallen theme, and it's claimed that the raid was started last summer, but was cut from House of Wolves and delayed given the kind of change in structure in the studio. However, that was the original report, but a few hours ago they actually updated this to state that that isn't actually the case. The raid is instead said to be brand new, and development for that started from scratch last summer. It could still be Fallen themed, but at the same time it could also be themed for any of the other races too. We did for a long time think that the upcoming expansion would be Cabal themed and have a raid on Mars, and while again that could still be the case, perhaps that is something they're going to save for Destiny 2. So, with that out of the way, let's talk quickly about what this image could mean. Again, one of the obvious standout images is the flaming battle axe. The Taken King introduced swords, and axes aren't really that far removed from those. Swords also went down really well with the community, so I'm sure the Destiny audience wouldn't be against wielding a massive flaming axe. Also, do bear in mind that the Taken King introduced a new subclass, and while I honestly don't think we'll see another one added that soon, there are also changes that could be made on, say, the skill level to facilitate things like this. However, on top of that, there's a fair few other things to talk about in the image too. Firstly, it's snowing, and while my initial reaction was Snow Europa, I'm not sure whether that's actually going to be the case given what we see in the background. Now Europa, for anyone wondering, is a moon that orbits Jupiter, and humanity once had a colony on there, but it was lost during the collapse, so now it's just a barren wasteland. But it's something that I would personally really love to explore. I'm a huge fan of snowy environments. Any game I'm playing, typically if I'm playing things like MMOs, and you get to a point where there's snow, I just completely love the area, so I would love to see that in Destiny. But the reason I don't believe that to be the case, simply from this image alone, is the wall in the background. The wall there looks remarkably like the wall from the Cosmodrome, only it's got a gaping big hole in it. So perhaps this is a result of conflict. And while it would be cool if this perhaps hinted at the retelling of the Battle of the Twilight Gap, which was one of the biggest battles ever faced by the city, and also in turn supports the Fallen theme, I'm not entirely sure how they'd handle retelling given the nature of the game. But it doesn't mean to say that there couldn't be, battle number 2. On top of that, the figure in the middle, Kotaku may comment that it's likely Lord Saladin, but it's worth noting that in the lore there are Iron Lords and Iron Wolves. These were a group of guardians that defended the Lost City in its early days, and they're now honoured during the Iron Banner. So for anyone that looks at this image and thinks, I really hope this isn't just a PvP DLC, know that there's a lot more to Iron Banner than just Iron Banner. And as for the Wolves, well, I'd say they just go hand in hand with the Iron Lord. I wouldn't go as far as to say like, hey, this could mean you can get pets in the next DLC, because I highly doubt that's the case. But regardless, some pretty interesting thoughts from this image. That being said, until we get official confirmation, feel free to take all of this with a pinch of salt. I will, however, be over at E3 next month, so I'll be sure to report all the details for you guys live from the event. Plus, assuming there's hands-on too, then I'll also try and gather as much information as possible. But for the time being, thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts down below, and also let me know what you'd like to see yourself in the DLC. Thank you very much for watching, take it easy, catch you next time, peace out.